Hello everyone. So today I want to talk about dream bridging. To be able to dream bridge, you need to know how to lucid dream on a fairly regular basis. Obviously, most people at some point in their lives have had some sort of lucid dream, be it layer 0, layer 1, one of the lower layers. And some people have even had higher layer lucid dreams without practice. So I'm not claiming that you definitely have to practice in a regimented, very strict kind of way to achieve results. You don't. You can achieve results on a more relaxed basis. But if you want to achieve high layers, stable layers, frequently, you do need to put a little bit of practice in. And good ways to practice are to read books about lucid dreaming. Exploring the World of Lucid Dreaming by Stephen LaBerge is a good example. Watching videos on the topic is another good thing. Hint, hint, go and watch my old videos. Keeping a dream journal, looking out for dream signs, doing reality checks, all that stuff, you know. Okay, so I'm going to move forward with the rest of this video, presuming that you are at the point where you can achieve regular lucidity. Once or twice a week, if not more. So, you want to become lucid in a dream. You want to then say either out loud or within your thoughts, I want to be guided or led to my dream object. I want to be guided or led to my dream object. And this is going to be the first step in dream bridging. Now, you may be led to your dream object in a literal way, in an obvious way, in an overt way. Your higher self could come down and say, hey, come this way. I know exactly where your dream object is. Or, that's stupid. But that may potentially happen. Or, it could be more subtle. It could be clues. It could be little things and you think, okay, I'm going to follow this. I'm going to follow that. I'm going to listen to this person. I'm going to listen to that person. And then before you know it, there's the dream object in front of you. And you've been guided to it without even consciously realising that you was being led to it, if you know what I mean. Because things are different in life, aren't they? Sometimes things are very subtle. And you've kind of got a hint as to what's going on. But it's so subtle, it's like flowing underneath the first layer of perception. And it's still there, it can still be felt and observed, but it's not bang in your face. It's subtle. And then there's other times where it's very obvious what's going on, and it's very much at the forefront of perception. So be ready for either of them. So we've found the dream object, we've been led to it in some sort of way. And there it is, and we look at it, we observe it, we take it in, we label it. Oh, it's a book, or oh, it's a crystal, or oh, it's a flower. We label it, we recognise it, we observe. We make a mental note of what it is. We paint a picture within our mind's eye. We imprint that image on our mind's eye and bring it back with us to waking life. Okay? So we've seen this object in the dream world. We remember it and we take it back. Not literally, but we take the memory of it back to waking life. And then, in waking life, we find that object. We go out into the real world and find that dream object. So if it's a crystal, you're on the hunt for a crystal. If it's a flower, you're on the hunt for a flower. Either way, eventually, just like you were in the dream world, you will be led to your dream object in reality. And again, could be subtle, could be obvious, could be a mixture of the two things. But eventually you will be led back to your dream object in reality. In a way, I guess, Little One could be considered a dream object, even though it was with me in Atlantis and it's with me back on Sirius. But it was also something that I dreamt about, I had visions about, I had my past life regressions about it. So it was very much within this life. Before I found it again, it was very much within my mind. I was seeing it within my mind's eye. And then I brought that back to waking life and found it again in reality. So in a way, in a sense, little one was dream bridged. In a sense. Okay, so once you find your dream object, hopefully you're going to be able to take it back with you. If it's not too big, if it is too big, just take a picture and take that picture back with you. Or if it is small enough to take back with you, but it's not yours to own, then either buy it or take a picture again. If it's someone else's thing somehow, just take a picture. Although I imagine more often than not, it's not going to be owned by someone. Because that's kind of the point. This dream object is entangled with your energy. And if it is entangled with your energy, I can't imagine that it's going to end up in the hands of someone else. Of course it's possible. Of course. Anything's possible. But it's more likely that it's going to be something that you can just pick up and take back with you. A stone on a beach, maybe. A leaf in a forest. It could be anything. And these may sound like fairly generic things, you know, a rock or a leaf. Or how am I going to be able to discern between my rock and a rock? Just trust. Just trust that you will recognise it. Everything is distinct and discernible in its own way. You know, I might show two crystals to people that most people would just be like, can't tell the difference between either of them. But because they're my crystals, because I've grown up with them and I relate very much with their energy and I can tell them apart, just the tiny little nuances, then to me they are so totally different, but to other people they're not. I suppose another good example would be twins. If you don't know those two twins really well, then they're probably going to look really similar to you to the point where you can barely tell the difference between them. But if you're their parent, say for example, you're going to easily be able to discern between the two. So my point is that regardless of how seemingly generic your dream object may seem, you'll know when you find it. You'll know. There may just be a tiny little thing that differentiates it from everything else. Or it could just be a sense, a feeling. You might see this thing and just know, this is it. This is what I've been looking for. Could be a tugging. Oh, I need to go over here. Don't know why. Gonna follow my intuition either way. Oh, what's this? My dream object. Just always trust, man. Just always trust your intuition. Follow that tugging. You're being tugged for a reason. There's so many people in life that resist the tugging. Oh no, you're being tugged because there's a part of you that knows this is the way you need to be going. Follow this path, god damn it. I'm your higher self telling you this. Why would I lead you astray? I am you. And this is something Bashar said. Plagiarising a bit there. But it's true, man. Seriously. Like, you've got to start trusting yourself more. And so this exercise is good on so many different levels. Okay? Because this can get you to the point where you really trust your intuition. If you find your dream object in the dream world and then trust yourself to lead you to it in waking life, whoa, that's empowering. That's very empowering. And it makes you realise the power of the intuitive self.